everyone, it's been a diddly dang a long time since I've been on camera. That is just not right, and I cannot promise I won't do it again, but I will try. Granted, I am going through this huge life transition from college to adult, like real world. And because of that, I've had a great opportunity to shake off some old bad habits and put in place some new good ones. And I very much want you all to do the same. These are some great ways to boost your life, tighten it up, get it together, and I'm excited to share them. Starting with number 1. This is borrowed from an amazing podcast. You all know how much I love my podcasts. I will link it down below. This 10-minute activity per day will boost your mind so much. It'll give you so much energy. It'll give you so much creativity. It'll give you good ideas, good motivation. And that is just to be bored for 10 minutes. The podcast title is Bored and Brilliant, and there's actually a whole book about it. But essentially, instead of spending 10 minutes while you're in an Uber or on the train or, between classes or what have you, instead of just like scrolling through your phone and just checking up on notifications or feeds or whatever, put your phone aside, take out your headphones, have 10 minutes alone to just people watch, to just think to yourself, to be bored, to not have anything to do, to not have anywhere to go, and just be bored. Which is such a novel concept and so weird to us, but 10 minutes of boredom will give you 10 minutes of this freedom that will allow all these great thoughts and ideas to rush into your head. Try it, you'll see what I'm talking about, do it. That was a very long explanation for a very simple tactic. Number 2 is much shorter, and that is to use a tool called ShopTagger. Not sponsored whatsoever, just love this tool. If you can start getting in the habit of it, it will change your life because it will change your bank account. If you have like a retail shopping problem, if you love to like window shop online, this will save you so much impulsive money. Here's how to use it. Basically, anytime you find something you like, whether it's a pair of shoes or some makeup or a blouse or a dress, instead of just going ahead and buying that, buying it, putting it in your shopping cart, go on ShopTagger, which is it's just a Chrome extension, and save that item. It will let you know when the item is on sale, so then you can save a bunch of money on it. But even so, another way to use it that's really impactful is just to check with yourself. Are you looking at this item every single week repeatedly? Is it that important to you, or is it just something you think would be nice to have? If it's something you really, really like and you keep checking on it, then you know it's worth buying it. But ShopTagger will just save you from making impulsive purchases that aren't really essential, because it'll give yourself a time period to wait instead of just instantly gratifying and buying that item. Number 3, use people's names when you talk to them. This might sound like it's coming out of left field, but ever since I started my new job and I'm meeting new people, the best way to get someone to trust you, to notice you more, to kind of like talk to you more, is just to use their name in conversation. So if I meet a new girl named Julia, if I say like, hey Julia, do you want to get lunch? Instead of just, hey, do you want to get lunch? Your name is the most precious sound on anyone's tongue. Like whenever I hear someone say Catherine, I'm automatically like, oh, this person actually cares about me. This person is thinking about me specifically. So using someone's name in a text, over the phone, in person, whether it's your professor, whether it's your friend, whether it's your manager, whoever it is, like using their name will make them pay attention to what you're saying so much more, because it makes it individual, makes it personal, makes it more engaging. Number 4, I think one of the main reasons Snapchat reached the level of success it did was through the use of Snapchat streaks. I'm sure a lot of us only logged into Snapchat for the sole purpose of keeping up with a streak. That sort of streak mentality or psychology can apply to many areas of your life. Most recently, every time I go to the dentist, I am victimized for not flossing as much as I should, and I keep up with flossing for a little while, and then after like 30 days of like this really aggressive like I should floss stage, I kind of drop it and forget about it. And that might happen with a lot of your sort of like New Year's resolutions or goals that you set in place, but I started keeping track of how many days in a row I had flossed consecutively, and I've gotten up to 33 at this point, which is 33 days better than I was doing before. You can apply this to going to the gym, to practicing piano, eating breakfast every day, doesn't matter what it is. Get a whiteboard, get some paper, and just start updating every day that you do it, because the fear of having that board go down to 0 and starting over again is enough to keep you going. The 5th habit to change your life is to temptation bundle. Really weird term, but temptation bundling is essentially packaging one thing you hate doing, which I'm sure something just came to your mind. For me, it's getting ready for bed. I hate doing that. And then one thing you love doing, for me, that's listening to David Dobrik's podcast or eating sugar cookies or what have you, and putting those together. So basically, don't allow yourself to do one thing that you love doing unless you're doing it with something you hate doing. So if you hate going to the gym, listen to your favorite podcast or watch your favorite Netflix show while you're there. If you hate doing the dishes, only do the dishes if you allow yourself to eat some of your favorite candy while you do it. Like whatever it is, it will save you so much time because you're 2 for 1 right there. You're multitasking, and you're also getting something done that you hate in a better, more ameliorated way, if that makes sense. Number 6, journal out your monkey brain. Not sure if you're all familiar with Tim Ferriss, but he is like the super successful entrepreneur, like startup guy, famous podcaster dude is what I would say. He interviews like people at the top of their industry, from Serena Williams to T.I., and across the board, all these CEOs, successful people, like ingenious people, the number one trend across all of them and how they got to be successful is that they all meditate. And I know meditation is a little bit lofty for a lot of you to start doing just because it's a little bit like nebulous in terms of what that actually means. One way to meditate is actually just 10 minutes a day, free writing. Just whatever comes to your mind, just journaling it out, whether it's at the end of the day or the beginning of the day. Just write down everything you're thinking about, any worries, anything you're like nervous about, scared of, anything you're looking forward to. Just get out what you call your monkey mind. Get that out 10 minutes a day. And I swear to God, 10 minutes a day, that adds up to like an hour a week. And that will like cleanse yourself of all the stuff you do not need to be worrying about, and will set you on the track for success. If you don't believe me, try it for a week. It feels really good. It's kind of weird to get into the habit of, but once you do, just completely switches up your mode. Number 7, manifest your weekly goals. I think it's something like you're twice as likely to actually accomplish something if you write it out or if you tell someone about it. I personally now every day on my whiteboard just write out like my 3 to 5 top goals, even if it's just like drink 3 bottles of water, or it's, make sure you're stretching once every hour. Like even if it's not something that's like success driven or like professionally driven, just manifesting your goals makes you so much more likely to actually accomplish them, because if you get to the end of the day and you have all these unchecked boxes, you just kind of feel unfulfilled, and it's really more of a pressure to get it done. If you tell someone, hey, I'm going to the gym after work, then you're like, I think it's something like twice as likely to actually go. So with all of these things, if you can just write them down, write down your goals, write down the habits you want to commit to, that'll help you a lot more. If there's a goal or a habit that you want to accomplish, leave that down below. I want to see what you're working on right now so I can hopefully help you out with that. As always, I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching, and Katherout.